All right, here we go. How are you guys doing? It is great to be here again and get to be able to provide you with some quality content, or at least I'm trying. And today we have a lot to talk about, really. From AMC's earnings to crypto to how Russia is affecting crypto to companies and their relationship with Russia. It is crazy, man. And even with FIFA, oh my god. But let's get into it. First of all, we'll be starting off with the latest thing. AMC just had their earnings a little while ago, really. The market closed a little bit ago, and so their earnings came out, and they, like it says here, where is it? Right up there. Yeah, right there. AMC is no longer on its heels after a strong quarter. Meme stock war chest. CEO Adam Aaron says, and that is right. So let's go down there. Let's actually look at it a little bit. We'll be looking at the rest of the market in a second as well to see how things went today and just to get a good gist of what's going on right now. AMC, so as we go down, we can see here their earnings today were still a loss. But here's the big difference. The loss from this quarter in this year compared to last quarter a year ago, that's what counts. So this right here is what we're going to look at. They said they lost 134.4 million, or in other words, 26 cents per share in this quarter. But compare that to the loss of the 946.1 million, or $6.21 per share a year ago quarter. Now that's huge. That is a insane change to the positive side. It's still a loss, but it's so much less of a loss. It's crazy. Now, the revenue jumped up. According to Adam Aaron and according to their earnings, their revenue jumped up 1.172 billion from the 162 million that it was last year. Wow. That is crazy. It's almost a 10x jump, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing the math wrong in my head. My bad. Anyway, their losses are so much less now than they were before. And it says here, mentioned how they had a monetary war chest provided by its shareholders last year. Yes. And thanks to that, AMC is no longer in its heels. It's because of the apes. You know, those people that are over here buying like a whole bunch of AMC and holding on to it for quite a while. Yeah, the apes. They know who they are. Anyway, AMC was one of the most notable meme stocks of last year. Besides GameStop, yes. And they did great. One of the most consumer geared names that got boosts from retail investors that gathered on popular social media forums. That is right. So they ended the year with a lot more available liquidity and cash equivalents of about 1.8 billion and about 1.59, well, basically 1.6 billion. Their shares rose less than 2% in the extended session Tuesday after ending the regular trading day down 2.9%. So unlike most of the companies that have been dropping crazy percentages on whenever they miss their earnings in this past quarter, AMC actually had a little bit of a rise. But there's a difference. You're talking about a minimal loss compared to the massive losses that they were having. Like, that is a massive improvement, and that's great. Unlike many of the other companies, well, sadly, it wasn't the case of having a really tiny loss compared to the huge losses. They had actual losses compared to profits year prior or quarter earnings prior. So that's good. That's good to hear. Now, let's get into the market a little bit. The market itself. Let's see over here. Do I have the right one? Yeah, here we go. So, the market itself, though. All right, looking at the SPY. Today, we are at 429. It has been a rough, and I mean rough, past 6-7 days. Everything that's happening in Ukraine, not because of Russia, but because of Putin, is terrible and has affected not only human lives, but also the market. The market is not as important as the human lives it's affecting. Okay? But for the purposes of the video and the channel, we're gonna see how those two things relate to each other. Okay, the market has been affected by those events, and of course, we are at much lower valuations. There was some recovery in the recent 3-4 days, and that was shown in the prices of the market. As you can see here is Lucid. This is the 5-minute chart, and you can see that today it opened at 23. Today it opened at 24.49, but its lowest was 23.39 because of it missing its production estimates and because of the difficulties with the supply chain. It was just something logical, and it is okay. It's just something that was reasonably gonna happen considering the situation we're in right now. Anyway, unlike Lucid though, Tesla has been trying to sustain around above the 850 levels, and so its high of today was 889, which was very good, but there was it was a good run up from the 860 levels to the 889, 885 levels, and then it came kind of back down to those 860 levels and kind of just floated around there for the rest of the day. And then obviously you have AMC, which had a pretty decent run earlier in the day and then came back down as well. After market close, it had a little bit of a jump up, but it's still around the same rate. The overall market though has been trying to recover, but also has been suffering a little bit, just normal things. Just keep in mind, this is a bear market, and so now you're kind of getting that little badge. If you've been holding stocks and shares for quite a while, this might be your badge of endurement during this time. Now let's go to crypto, and actually crypto has been interesting because Russia started restricting crypto usage, and when they started restricting crypto usage, then you started getting these rises over here in Bitcoin pricing and in Ethereum pricing, and guess what? Also in Shiba Inu pricing. So this is great because it also kind of gives us a bit of that proof that even when you're not allowed to use the currency of the country or a certain currency, then you can shift to cryptocurrency. I'm rather bullish on cryptocurrency. It kind of helps to solidify the idea that we'll be able to continue using cryptocurrency even if there's difficulty with other currency. On the other hand, some cybersecurity stocks have been killing it, and that is great. It's good to hear that they have. But let's go back now to, I also wanted to go to Bloomberg, and one of the articles that had come out earlier today was talking about the list of foreign companies pulling out of Russia keeps growing. Companies abandoning their operations in the country. Some of them being Ford, some of them being Shell, some of them even soccer teams. It says, as we can see here, just the invasion of Ukraine is causing a mass exodus of companies from Russia, reversing 3 decades of investment by Western and other foreign businesses there following the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. It is quite the amount of companies heading out of there, and it is going to affect a lot of the economy because remember, it's a global economy and a lot of these things work globally. It's mentioned here how Mr. Kwasi Kwarteng, a UK business secretary, says that he met with Shell Chief Executive Officer Ben Van Beurden on Monday to discuss the company's involvement and welcomed the move. Yes, because Shell decided to pause and get their operations out, at least for the meantime, of Russia. He tweeted, Shell have made the right call. There is now a strong moral imperative on British companies to isolate Russia. This invasion must be a tragic failure for Putin. That's what he said. Their goal is to impede the ability of Russia to continue growing economically, which in their idea should affect the ability to continue a invasion or war. We also have London firms who have been putting their operations on pause and removing them from the country. And for those who like soccer, even FIFA has taken action in this stance of solidarity for Ukraine. It says, in a move that will be reverberate Well beyond the business community, the soccer body FIFA and the European Authority, UEFA, banned Russian teams from games. They mentioned and quoted, "Football is fully united here and in full solidarity with all the people affected in Ukraine," it said in a joint statement. Adidas AG as well on Tuesday suspended its partnership with the Russian Football Union. There's a lot of things that are going to be affected by this war that's being engaged on. And that's it for today. That is all I got for now. There is a lot more coming, and of course I'll be updating you all as soon as I can and as much as possible. Please help us out by clicking the subscribe button, the like button. It really helps out the channel, gets us on the good side of the algorithm. And also check out our links down below so that you can also participate in being able to trade, invest, whether it's in stocks or crypto. Check them out. Get some free stocks, get some free crypto in your accounts, and remember to trade safely. You have a wonderful day. Goodbye.